It's one of those projects that started as a small change and just kind of snowballed out of control. So it's like 20, 25 man hours and a couple of $100s later. And I'm still not done, but I'm done enough to do some work because I got some projects I got to get done. I had a couple of requests for a video like this, so do a quick walk around in the garage, and then I'll show you my gear. The rolling tool chest there. Behind it, screw cabinet, fittings, etc. Shelf. Got lubricants, oils, more stuff, TIG rod, etc. Hydraulic jacks, jack stands, blah blah blah. Grinder, bandsaw, drill press, some jacks, our compressor, parts washer, sink. Storage up there, a library, and then over here we got my dad's project that he still has yet to start on, the Honda. That was actually his very first bike. Torpedo heater, and just whatever over here. Fridge, gotta have beverages. The beauties. Most of these are not mine, they're on loan from a friend. But got two home lights over there and XL12, I believe, on bottom. Super easy on top. Super XL home light, power light 4 right there, a Pioneer there, another Pioneer there. We got 3 rights, one just a power head, those 2 width bars. Up top, got a slew of McCullough, and then 2 steels, an 041 and an 020 ground handle saw. That is the ground version. My grandfather's old Lincoln welder, but honestly, don't even use it anymore. This little welder will outperform it any day. This thing is solid state, it'll put out some heat. It really surprised me when I first started doing some thick welding with it. And of course, the beautiful speed glass and welding apron. Let's get going on gear. My new HT 133 there. BG55 setup for leaf pickup there. BG55 blower. My steel chaps. An old Echo hedge trimmer. FS90 head trimmer attachment, some grass blades, line, forestry helmet, my 201 TC, my 270, my 661, my babies. That's the 090. It's actually my works, but we don't really use it all that often, so my boss said I could hold on to it. So we've got my old Weaver gaff guards that had holes poked in them after a month. We got my Stein X2s. Let me show you something with these. So I was thinking my original review of these was a little bit harsh. I finally had gotten them adjusted to where they were comfy to climb in, and I've been using them for 2.5 months or so, and that happened. I don't even know how that happens. This actually happened on we brought our D game video. The last tree I did was like the last third of the video, and I don't even know when it happened because I didn't really put a whole lot of stress or anything on these at any point in time there. For the rest of that climb, I was on pins and needles. I mean, I was sweating it thinking this thing was going to break off. So I was being really cautious. These are the climbing technology, you know, they're not made by Stein, they're CT. And the new one, there's nothing else that fits these, so for tree gaffs, I'd just be getting the same ones. So I just said, you know, screw it, I'm using the Bashlands, those things are bulletproof. You know, maybe I'll put some pole gaffs on these and use them for thin bark trees. But for the time being, I'm back to the Bashlands. You know, what's up with that? That's ridiculous. Not supposed to be bent like that. All right, moving on. It's got some random lanyards there. My old Dreyer lanyard, but needs a recoil now, which is amazing. My old stiff tether, some rings, care tools, my old 2-in-1 lanyard, my old split tail, clevises, screw links, my porter wrap, ESA block, my large impact block, which Sam Loria will be justified because I've still not even used it. But if I do need it, it's there. Beautiful demo T540 with that recoil I just mentioned, which is an amazing lanyard. Another project for tonight, new chaps from Husqvarna, my 390mm Zubat, and my ARS, although it says steel on it, files, random chainsaw stuff, chains, etc. Of course, tools. And gotta have the radio. I can't work in the garage without music. Workbench, got the power tools. That 200T, that locked up on us. I'm thinking the cylinder and piston are fried. Random tools, of course the fire extinguisher. The tools on the wall are actually my backups. My main set I keep in those bags because then I can travel with them and take them to work and whatnot. It makes it a lot easier. Up here we got chemicals. Keep all the chemicals in there. Toolbox is my grandfather's old one. He was a mechanic, worked at a Ford dealership forever after he got out of the Air Force. Can you tell that my dad's a Cadillac mechanic? Just cleared off these two shelves for my dad to start his project on the Honda. Barn chain oil, two-stroke oil, fuel down there. An old McCulloch that I'm debating on whether I want to work on or not. An Echo blower I'm debating on whether I want to work on or not. Some just random stuff, a whole box of gloves, some scabbards, T540 box. Just got video equipment up there. Let's look at what ropes I got going on. Alright, so we've got some poison sumac. Got from Slitting Branches last year, 150 foot tachyon. Slitting Branches edition, an eyelet. This is a little over 200 feet of spider rope. Linemen actually use this in pulling electrical lines. 3/8 10x tech. I'm going to splice this into a deadeye probably as a spider balancer. And steel blue that I spliced into a whoopee sling. 3/4 inch 10x. That was spliced by Rope Logic or ABR, depending on when it was bought. About 20 feet of All Gear Husky 12 strand. Spliced this into a deadeye sling for my quarter wrap. Then I think 20 feet of 10x tech, 3/4 inch. Haven't really done anything with it yet. Probably splicing it into something. I don't know. 120 foot Slitting Branches tachyon. I replaced this one with the Safari. It's a great rope, and it by no means has enough wear to really be retired. Last year we had our other climber, Joe. He was in the bucket and had his rigging rope chipped on him. And as you can tell, it's really easy to lose this in the brush. So just as a precautionary measure, I went ahead and got something different. My new Kernmaster Safari. I quickly fell in love with this thing. It's phenomenal. Really, really enjoy this rope. This is 120 foot. For big climbs, I still use my newer edition Slitting Branches tachyon. This is 150 foot with a sun eye. I just 2 days ago got this from a buddy, 100 foot, not sure exactly what it is. Thinking it was just left out in the sun for a long time so the color bled. But I mean, this thing's thick. A double braid rigging rope, bull rope, this thing's ridiculously strong. This is actually my boss's, the one I use at work most often. I think 5/8, I'm not sure exactly what, don't really know if it's dynamic, static. This is my All Gear Husky 9/16, 150 foot dynamic. It's a good rope, but I don't think I'll be buying any in the future just because I don't see it having the longevity, the endurance that other ropes has. I've only used this a few times and it's already got quite a bit of wear on it. 200 foot Samson double braid 9/16. This is a static. The gear I use daily that you see me using is in here. I'll go ahead and crack those open and we can go through it. In my brown Cabela's bag, I keep my cube for my throw line, Samson Zingit Dyneema, works great. My 330 Zubat with the notch talon leg straps, which are turning out to be very, very nice. Climbing with the Bashlands for now, they're amazing. Those Cadillac pads, they're just incredibly comfortable. My MCRS, been very, very happy with it. But starting in the back here, I climb with a ditty bag on the back. I always keep a bunch of Dyneema slings in there just for whatever up in the tree I need. Starting in the back here, micro pulley. I use this as just the kind of carry-all for stuff I use all the time. Hand descender, my hitch climber pulley. Put these two carry tools down here. Those really come in handy. Keep my double locking beaners over here. So some Ultra O's, Ultra D's, a Rock Exotica. Keep a steel one. A lot of times I'll basal anchor with the steel one. Huge D for my rope wrench. On the side, got the big carry tool. I keep my lanyards clipped in there. I like really, really long lanyards, so I put a loop in there and just hook them in as well. And then if I need extra length, I'll just unhook it. Got a Samson BRW long one, and then new Tritech, which is turning out to be pretty nice. For my lanyards, just got them tied in. I don't freaking remember what these are. I think these are Nerex. I don't know exactly what that is, but they're soft. You know, they real low melting point, but you're not going to be running a whole lot of rope from them. They're just for lanyards, and they grip a lot better. So I like those for lanyards. Just on some Ultra O's with micro pulleys. ABR radius ring. I still need to do a movie with this. I haven't gotten around to it yet. I just keep forgetting about it, but it's definitely pretty nice. Another DMN vault. These are great. Put my chainsaw here, and then put the other end of the lanyard down here. 2 DMN shadows. Mainly I use these for my rope walking system, but they're not locking, so I keep them on this side separate from my double locking carabiners, just to make sure I don't accidentally use them. Just some iron eyes I keep around, figure 8, throw weight. And that's what I carry on my harness all the time. In this bag, which I have in my Cabela's bag, some assorted random BS beaners that never get used. I always carry a bunch of accessory cord. It's actually bungee cord, some accessory cord, thinner accessory cord, some parachute cord. You never know when you're going to need it. It really comes in handy at times. Over here, I wear contacts, so critical. Always have some solution, some contacts. Main pocket, pretty much put my climbing stuff that I'm not using right then and there. Got the pocket wedges up here. Haven't really used them too much, I need to. A rope wrench, pencil rig, pencil foot ascender. I just got this last week, haven't even used it yet, but it's just one of those foot loops, so you can tie in, use your knee ascender, that way I can use them with my logger boots. I know Traver likes using his purple dog collar, but I'm a little heavier than him, so I was a little skeptical. My neck tether for my rope wrench, my homemade knee ascender. It's actually a chest ascender, pencil chest ascender, and I just put some accessory cord, tie into my boot, and then come up and over my shoulder, tie into that. Armor Press split tail. I think I've only actually ever even used this in the Crane Safari video just to try it out, but yeah, in case I ever do climb split tail again, which probably will be never. Hitch climber pulley is amazing. Another iron eye, just because I like having iron eyes. You know, my silky strap, but you know, I have it on my leg now, so don't really use that. That's what's in there. Most of this stuff is work stuff. So this is my work quarter wrap. Just some shorties, keep around for whatever. My work ISC, whoopee. Another shorty for, again, just whatever. Rigging plate and my ISC steel beaners. I had a nice ABR adjustable friction saver, but it disappeared on the job one day. So I just kind of made this one to get by with. It works okay. Another work block, work shackles, work rigging friction saver, 5-in-1 MA system. This also works. Something I need to get. Hard to justify the cost right now. If I need to, I'll hook up my Mazdam, you know, to my quarter wrap and use it to pull. This I just made the other day. Actually, bringing up Sam Luria again. He said he likes having a dedicated conifer lanyard for sappy trees, so that's what I just did with this one. I picked this up a couple months ago, and I like it, but I don't like not being able to slack out while loaded, so I kind of took it off my main harness, using it for that now. 10X Prusik loop, some high-vis, double fisherman. Really, I've only ever used it as a chainsaw lanyard for big saws if I need to. Shorty for whatever. Another Prusik loop, sumac. Another Prusik loop, BRW. Some lighter duty work pulleys. Only really ever use these for MA systems. Work screw link. 2 work steel rope snaps. Haven't really used these either, but Joe's really taken to using these for knotless rigging for little stuff. He'll just slap one of these on his rigging rope. Makes it pretty easy. Bunch of weaver straps. Forgot I just got these ones in the other day, so we'll toss these in here in addition to. That's what's in that box. Random tools, scratch, torques, pluck off, piston stuff, depth gauge tool, bar tool. Here, hand pruners, mechanics, paper towels, a set of 2-in-1s, and my hatchet, wedges, more wedges, wedge holder for the belt, more wedges. On the bottom, spare chains. Always good to have spare chains. Stuff out of bags, of course. APTA, air pump. This thing still blows my mind how awesome it is. Saves so much time on big tree jobs. My Silky Long Boy, which I'm still a bit bitter over, but works well. Splitting X that I use as a wedge driver pretty much only. And this is kind of my personal gear bag, just whatever I need. You know, summertime, this is what I put all clean clothes in, a whole bunch of t-shirts to change out into. If you take anything from me, and I know all you experienced tree guys know this, but there's one piece of gear that I would recommend most highly to any new guy that will bang for buck be the best thing you ever invested in? Motherfucking toilet paper. Don't ever be without it. I was once. I learned the hard way. Helmet, clean shirt, just looked over from last week. Cameras and accessories. New pair of gloves that I haven't tried yet. Need to. Keep all my gloves in here, just a bunch of gloves for whatever situation. Socks, balaclava, tripod, light. In the winter time, you get back to the shop and it's dark out. It's always nice to have something like this on hand. More camera accessories, off. Must have. I also keep like extra safety glasses and stuff in the sides, little stuff like that, kind of use it as my catch-all bag. Alright, time for me to get back to work. Gotta make a video on this guy. Have a good one, humans. Motherfucking toilet paper.